welcome to Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown on the Xbox One S, and this is my first impressions review of this air combat shooter arcade style game, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a quick chat while we're in the aircraft hangar about what I'm kind of thinking about the game, and then we'll dive in and we'll replay one of the missions, just to give an idea of how it looks, how it plays. So to start off with, what is Ace Combat 7? Well, as I said, it's an arcadey air combat shooter where you're in this fictional world where this war has started. It's the Ace Combat world, and one place has invaded another place, and you're part of the Air Force of one of the sides. They're kind of blurring the ideas between good and evil, and then you've got to go on lots of missions on a campaign. There's a multiplayer as well, and you can fly different aircraft. As you play the game, you open up and you unlock aircraft, and you can unlock different weapons, different abilities to make them better. You start off with the Phantom and the Fighting Falcon. The story, if you know Ace Combat, is the same Japanese weirdness, Metal Gear Solid a little bit kind of weirdness that you have, and I do think it's a little bit of a shame, to be honest, because if this game was set in, say, like the Call of Duty Modern Warfare kind of era, where you were fighting the Russians, and it could be done semi-seriously, still as an arcade controls and all that sort of stuff, but Tomcats versus Russian aircraft, and that is what you end up doing. I'll be in this Phantom and I'll be fighting some Russian aircraft, but you've got this cheesy, terrible story in the background that's driving it, and I think it does take away a little bit from the game. If they did like a Vietnam era one, where you're in the Phantom and you were going up against old Russian MiGs, that would be really cool. So I think you've really got to take the story, the cheesy story, and just kind of skip past it, to be honest. The briefings are all right once you get past the talky bit of the briefing, and you're in there, right, this is what you're going to do to start off with. And you can kind of look at the different targets and think about what payload you want to go with your aircraft. When you get into the air, though, and you get the really good graphics, the really good sound, what is really cool is the interplay, I think, between the different pilots. The way they're chatting to each other and they're taking the story along. Not that it's very deep or anything, but it's very Top Gun-ish. It's very much. There's someone on my 6. I need some help. Well done, kid. All this sort of stuff. But combine that with the uplifting, rousing music, and it's a very cinematic, quite fun experience. The air combat, however, suffers from what all air combat and space combat games have, which is you end up just kind of going around in spirals, and you're chasing sort of arrows on your heads-up display rather than getting into combat with aircraft. I really enjoy the air combat in something like Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 4, probably more than the air combat you get in these. But anyway, so my first impressions are, if you watch the gameplay of Ace Combat 7 and I think that looks really cool, I really want to have a go with that, then you will probably enjoy playing the game for a period of time. You'll probably get bored after a while with the repetitive of it, but if you like the look of it, it's definitely worth buying in a sale when it's going cheap. I wouldn't pay full price for it unless you're a really big Ace Combat fan. But anyway, let's zoom along, and let's have a look at
Mage Squadron aircraft preparations complete.
the game in actual action. Obviously, I'm not sure which weapons I chose. You have a special weapon in your aircraft as well, and that might be air-to-ground bombs, air-to-surface weapons, or it could be air-to-air missiles, that sort of thing. So in this particular mission, I think our job is just to shoot down enemy aircraft. I think. Yes, I'm pretty sure we've just got to shoot down enemy aircraft and then something happens. But it'll give you a really good idea of the graphics. Here we go. Ace Combat 7.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
Oh, this is really cool. Air-to-air refueling, and you have landings.
Trigger. Maintain your current approach.
Ooh.
meters.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Excellent work, Trigger.
Alright, good. We got close enough. The look-around camera is very, very sensitive. Right, off
H
we go.
Squadron, this is the
radar.
situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage
It's
1 to
clouds.
Column 1,
Let's
thank
get
your
those
lucky
first.
stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger, time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
So there we go. So that flashing red TGT and the flashing red blue, that's my target. So coming in to get within missile range. Fire a missile.
Enemy reinforcements.
Shoot missed.
Enemy behind
And then we just follow the arrow.
Bandit acquired. Fox 2.
Mage 2, missile away.
Crash target, failing out.
Now on to our next target.
Attack missed. Missile breaking. I'm hit. I lost control. Careful. It's a real
Flares.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn. They got me.
3 remaining.
So it looks really good, doesn't it? Down the sky.
Eject.
We've got this. We can't recover.
We need reinforcements now.
Next target.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Why don't we pull it out?
He's mine. He's not getting away.
We have him on the run. Don't let up.
H2, you're targeted.
Gargoyle 2, fire, now.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
So we get this guy's tail.
Bandit in my sight. Locked on. He's mine. He's not getting away. Once the enemy gets behind me, that's your chance to take him out.
Roger that.
Missile did not connect.
Clouds are screwing up the accuracy. Nice kill.
1 remaining.
I mean, that is, it's really cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looks cool, doesn't it? Where is he? There he is. He's turning away from me, so that's good. Let's hope I can get on his tail.
Enemy missile
What we
closing.
could do.
Breaking.
Let's see if we can get really close.
Behind one.
So I'm using the machine gun here. Sometimes it's better when you're chasing the bombers. The bombers are so big, you really see them.
Column 452.
There we go, we got him with a gun.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
So, as you can see, the air combat, you know, is good fun. It can be a bit repetitive, and you do end up chasing points on your reticle. But yeah, it's cool. So that's kind of my first impressions of Ace Combat 7. Looks really good. It's good fun in an arcadey sort of way. I've just been shot down. Story is super cheesy and is best ignored. But for the right price, i.e. a cheap price, it's definitely worth investing if you watch the gameplay and think that's something I might like. But anyway, that's enough from me. Put your questions and comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.